Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning in for our program this afternoon. My name is Elizabeth. I'm here at Goleta Valley Library, and I'm really excited to be showcasing our NASA STEM kits, Reach for the Stars, which are going to be available for checkout very soon here at the Goleta and San Ynez Valley Libraries. So today we're going to be showcasing a couple of the experiments that you'll be able to complete by checking out the kits. And so we're going to get started with one that's super easy, super fun, and great for all ages. We think you're going to enjoy it a lot. So let's go ahead and dive in, okay? Our project this afternoon is going to be from the first theme of the kits that are available for checkout. So this is Sun, Earth, Moon connections. And this one focuses on how our planet is impacted by the sun and the moon. So it's about our place in space and discovering how the sun and the moon impact us. So let's go ahead and dive in. This one, I bookmarked it in my handy guide here, is called UV Kid. And so as you can see, this book is just an amazing source of information that's going to be included with every kit to guide you through the experiments. So this one focuses on UV radiation. So there's a lot of background information that's very accessible, easy to understand for all ages about how light comes from the sun. There's different types of light and how we are impacted by the light that we receive here on Earth from the sun. So the purpose of this project is to explore how UV light is different here on Earth versus in outer space. So when astronauts go to outer space, how are they impacted by UV radiation? So a couple of things about the supplies. What we're going to be using, it's all included in the kit. We have some fun pipe cleaners. You just need one or two, and you can choose whatever color you want. One of the great things about these kits is that all of the materials you need are already in the kits, and even the things that you get to use and to keep are already included in there for you. We also are using some pony beads. So we're going to be using these beautiful, colorful beads, and something that I had never heard of before. Maybe you've heard of them at home. These are UV pony beads. So you can see they're really white and clear, no color to them. So these are UV sensitive pony beads. And what that means is that when they are exposed to UV light, they change color, which we're going to demonstrate in just a second. It's going to be really fun. We also have a UV flashlight, which is a great tool for this experiment. And then in order to test how well protected you are from UV light, you can just grab a couple of things you might have around your house, like if you want to grab some fabric or sunscreen. We're going to be using just some regular tin foil for our program this afternoon. But in the kit, it gives you a list of all of the different UV protectors that you can test in this experiment. So with your pipe cleaner, you are going to create a kid. It's called UV Kid because you use your pipe cleaner to create a little person here. It can be a puppy, it can be a kitty, it can be a bunny, it can be a human, whatever you want to create. You want to use your pipe cleaner to create a person to test your beads, and there's great instructions again in the binder about how to create your person to test the beads. After you've created your person, I went ahead and I put some pony beads on my UV kit here. So you can kind of see that some of them are colorful. Some of them are those regular pony beads that are not UV sensitive. And then you can see that some of these clear ones here, these are the special UV sensitive pony beads. So we have our person all set up here. And now's a great chance to talk a little bit about UV light. So basically UV radiation comes from the sun, and here on Earth we have an atmosphere above us to protect us from UV radiation. And so we want to make sure that we get a healthy amount of light from the sun, not too much, otherwise we get sunburn. Definitely something a lot of us can relate to during the summer months when we put on our sunscreen and our hats and our visors, and we try to protect ourselves from too much UV radiation. But luckily here on Earth we have an atmosphere that helps filter out a lot of the UV light. But in outer space, you're not on Earth anymore, so you don't have atmosphere to help filter out the UV radiation from the sun. So what do our astronauts do? They have to wear spacesuits, and they have to wear really special things that will help filter out the UV radiation, because too much can be harmful. So that's what this experiment is going to explore today. We have our UV kid here, and we have our beads that are going to be sensitive. They serve as our UV radiation detector beads. And then we have our regular beads, which are just going to show us that they are going to stay the same colors. There are normal beads. And so one of the great things about this project is that you can make guesses and you can test your hypothesis about what do you think is going to happen if we do this, if we do that. So that's a great thing that is involved in this experiment. So we have our UV kid right here. Before we get started testing the beads on our actual figure, I wanted to show you UV beads again. So we have our clear package of beads. We have our UV flashlight. As you can see, these are nice and clear. And what happens when we shine our UV light? These are like the rays from the sun in outer space. What happens when we shine them? Wow, do you guys see that? They are turning a different color. What color are they turning, everyone? You guys see that? Looks like they have turned purple. So these are amazing beads. When you shine this special kind of light on them, they react and they turn a different color. And a kit at home, you can test to see, if you hold your flashlight on them for longer or shorter amounts of time, they change color depending on how much exposure they have. So that's how these beads work. So now's a good time to maybe make a guess about what you think might happen if we shine the light onto these UV beads. You think they might change color? I think so too. So if we were in outer space, if this was a UV kid astronaut, we would probably want to have something that would help protect us from those UV rays, right? So that's where our tinfoil comes in handy. So before we shine our light on these beads, I wanted to try out maybe using a piece of tinfoil to filter out some of that UV light. So let's go ahead and test it, okay? I'm gonna wrap this arm right here in some foil, and this is gonna be a pretend spacesuit. So if I was in outer space and I had this on, I'm gonna test to see would this help protect me from those dangerous UV rays. Let's find out, okay? I have my UV flashlight, and we are gonna go ahead and we are gonna shine our light on these beads right here. They were nice and clear. They were nice and clear. Do you see this arm right up here? The beads are clear, and now they're purple. So the UV beads are doing their job. They are working. They are changing color. They're being our great UV detectors. So let's go ahead and test. I'm going to shine my flashlight right on this foil right here, right over where those beads are. And I'm going to shine it. Let's see what color they are if I take the foil off, okay? 1, 2, 3. They're still clear. They're still clear. So I think foil was a pretty good choice to make sure that none of that harmful UV radiation got into the spacesuit, right? I think we made a good choice. So you can test different things at home. You can test fabric, you can test construction paper, you can test sunscreen. And you can find out what the best UV protector is going to be for your UV kid or whatever you end up making. If it's a bunny or a puppy, you can test with your pipe cleaner figure, whatever you want. And you can just have fun exploring how you can protect from UV light. And so right now we're going to test again. We have nothing, no foil, and it looks like they started to turn purple. So I think we made a really good choice with our foil. And it'd be fun to test other things. You can test things you have around the house. You can test your favorite, your favorite sunscreen, things like that. So this was our fun experiment. This is from our first kit, which is Sun, Earth, Moon Connections. Available soon at Goleta Valley Library. This is just one of many experiments in here that gives you, again, these hands-on activities that are great for all ages, that are super fun and really bring home a lot of these concepts that we might read about, we might learn about, but they're a great way to start to explore them in a way that's really accessible and engaging and fun, and we're learning at the same time. So this was our UV Kid project. This is available in our Sun, Earth, Moon Connections kit coming soon to the library. And I just wanted to give an acknowledgement that our project is made possible by a grant from the U.S. Institute of Museum and Library Services. So thank you very much for tuning in this afternoon. We have a few more videos on the way. We're excited to keep learning and exploring together and sharing these awesome kits with you. So stay tuned. We've got a few more videos on the way, and we are looking forward to hearing your feedback and all of your thoughts. Please look for the survey link below to share your feedback with us on this program and for a chance to be entered to win an Amazon gift card from the Friends of the Goleta Valley Library. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you soon.